Hi, I'm Debbie Parks Russ, and I've done costume makeup for about 32 years and sold costume makeup, and I'm selling Ben Eye makeup, and I'm demonstrating Ben Eye makeup tonight, which is a professional line from the 1950s. So, this is Jacob Mines, my model tonight, and we're going to start out with a CK11 old character wheel. This has 4 of my basic colors in it that I'm going to be using tonight. And I'm going to start out with the character shadow color. Character shadow is your dark brown color, which is going to give you your dark recessed lines. When you have wrinkles in your face, it's darker within those wrinkles. So we're going to simulate wrinkles. Anyway. Alright, so I'm going to start with the temples. You get a little bit darker in your temples here. You get a little more gaunt as you go in age. And you don't have to use a lot of Ben Eye makeup. Ben Eye makeup is highly pigmented, so it goes a long ways. Okay, so I'm going to do his temple there. And on the other side, you want to try to match your temple. Brush that in there. Don't worry too much about how it looks right now. You're going to smooth it out and make it blend a little bit more. Okay. You also want to do each side of the nose, the bridge of the nose, so that you can elongate the nose and make it look a little more gaunt in there also. And first we're going to do makeup for stage. And makeup for stage has to be more intense, I would say. Otherwise, you're going to lose your details on your face when you get up there. Stage lights are really bright, and besides them being really bright, they take away all of your facial features. Like, you will have no lips, you will have no cheeks, you have no eyebrows, everything kind of disappears. We're also going to do the nasal fold, which is right here, where your nose flares out. A little too much right there. And do that on both sides. Alright, now I'm going to do his cheek hollow. So what I want you to do is, Jake wants you to tuck your cheeks in so I can get your hollow there. I'm going to come up around in an arch kind of as I go up. This is going to take a little bit more than some of the other areas. This also makes him look gaunt, but I'm also curving into here because that makes kind of a jowl effect, even though it's not at your jowl. But sometimes your cheeks sag when you get older, unfortunately. Is your mouth getting tired? Okay. Alright, this is an FB7 brush, the flat brush, the number 7 that I'm using to put this on. It doesn't have to be an FB7. It can be any flat brush that has a little bit of width. I mean 6, 8, all that's fine. Alright, you can stop doing that now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into his smile lines, which is not quite old enough to have a lot of smile lines yet. Gotta smile more in life, I guess. I'm going to go and I'm going to curve into here. And I'm going to curve a little bit here too. Oops, trip over the chair. Alright, smile again on this side a little bit. And get that curved line. It's almost like putting a Fu Manchu mustache on, you know, that kind of look. Kind of that arch. Alright, now I'm going to go into the jowls and down below at the chin. If you were a marionette and you had a puppet mouth, which moved, that's the section that I'm going to do right here. As it's right here, like if I came down and made a a little puppet mouth. Oh yeah, I want a puppet mouth. Okay. And then up underneath the jawline. See if we can recess that a little. Alright, and we'll do it again on the other side. Right up underneath the jawline. Okay, we're going to put a little bit under his eye, but not much. It's kind of where the shelf would be of your eye. It's not much at all. Just a little bit in there. You don't want to give him dark eyes, you just want to sink that in just a little. Just get bony when we get older. So everything's a little bit deeper and a little bit more shadowed. Alright, and then I want to do the chin cleft. There. Alright, actually now I want to check out, let me look at me, Jake. Let me see. A little bit more of an arch there on this side. Go like that. A little darker nasal over here. Alright, and then we're going to do his neck line. So what I want you to do on your neck is I want you to go like that. And I'll try to hurry because, as I've been told, that's a really hard pose to hold. Okay, you can let go for a minute, relax for a sec. Okay, do it again on this side. Just going to make those tenants recess a little bit in there. Okay, you can stop doing that now. Sorry. Alright. So that's pretty much your intense shadow part. Now I'm using a BC1 brush cleaner. Actually, it's a BC2, sorry. You want to use a brush cleaner for your brushes. Sure, you can have 3 or 4 brushes sitting out here. But if you're going to use a brush cleaner, you don't want to pollute your whole bottle. This is your brush cleaner here. If you put your brush into the brush cleaner, you're going to pollute that whole bottle. It's going to turn brown, kind of milky like this is. This cleans your brush really fast. I mean, there's like no dark on there, and I just did dark brown character shadow on there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a clean latex makeup sponge. And I'm going to kind of just blend a little bit or smooth out the dark character shadow. Now, latex makeup sponge is for getting your makeup, applying your makeup on smoothly. And after you apply like a base on, what you'd want to do is pat it out so you don't have any streaks. I'm going to shadow this downward. With this, I'm going to go kind of toward the center. I'm just spreading it a little. Now remember, I'm going to keep it pretty intense because it's going to be for stage. And if I don't, he will not look like an old man from the seats way, way back there. The cheap seats. Alright, so I'm going to spread it out a little. After we're done doing the stage makeup, then I'll lighten it up a little bit, and we'll make it for like if you're going to a party. So that street makeup would look a lot less intense. Okay. A little bit more on the cheek there, a little bit on the temple. Now kind of find a clean spot and do under your eye a little bit. So really don't want much there. And your nose. Right. And this I'm not going to do much with. I'm just going to kind of spread it just a little. Right, under the eye again. And the bridge of the nose. A little bit into the smile line. All right. So now we're going to go in with our highlight, which is also in our CK11. And we're going to find a clean spot on the sponge. And the light color is a character highlight. And that is to enhance the darkness. If you put light color on each side of your dark, you're going to make your dark look more recessed. All right, we'll start in the middle here. Just spread that on. Okay, now over here I'm going to put it on each side of the dark. So I can do it like this. I can come up and off of it. Some people use a small brush, like a dome brush, and you can do that too along your edges and get a nice clear line. I kind of like more of a faded line, I guess you could say. A little bit around each spot of the dark that you've put on. Right, and on the bridge of the nose. A little bit right there on the edge. Okay, now this part, smile line. Alright, and then we'll do on each side of the jawline. I'm not going to put too much under there because I really want that kind of to stay dark, but I am going to do it up above it. Or did I already do that? Think about that. Alright, each side of the cleft. Didn't know you had a chin cleft, did you? You do now. Alright, moving up here. I want to go away from the shadow line instead. Just a speck under here. A little bit on this side. Alright, under the cheek hollow line. Forget the side of your nose. And on the top of your nose. So many spots to remember. Okay, and the temple. I think I have them all now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this with my fingers. This is where you run out of fingers pretty much. But I kind of want to blend it together. Look at me just for a minute. Okay. So, what you're going to do is just going to blend all this in. So this section will all start to look dark. So take a paper towel and smear that a little bit. You don't set your makeup yet because you want to be able to smear it together. If you set your makeup, you won't be able to smear it. It'll set it and that'll be how it is. And this way we can kind of blend it together. This is when you start looking for fingers that you haven't used yet, because you don't really want to get your dark mixed with your light. All right, let me see. I have not liked this new style so much. I'm doing the neck. I've tried it a couple different times and I'm not absolutely sold on it. All right. Now we're going to do my favorite part. Let's move your hair off your forehead. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him wrinkle up his face. And we're going to take the character highlight, the CH, and we're going to put it above his wrinkles basically. So when he wrinkles his face, he's going to give me the wrinkles that would show up. Yeah, I'm going to have it. Okay, so you're going to, raise your eyebrows as high as you can. And you're going to rub that character highlight on top of it. And then I'll be able to see where those wrinkles are to put my dark color in. It'll make you an old man. Okay, now what I want you to do, you can let go of your head and I want you to crinkle your eyes really good, like you're smiling really, really like this. There you go. That gives me all those crow's feet that are going to show up when you're old from laughing so much. Okay. Keep going. Squish, 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 squish. All right. Now do that frowny face like you were doing, like you're, put all that together right there for me. Like you frowned all your life. Okay. Now I want you to smile really big. Okay, now I want you to make your mouth into an upside down U, like cranky mouth, cranky, grouchy man. This way I can see where your natural wrinkles are going to be. I had my makeup done when I was younger and an old lady, and I wasn't quite happy with how I was going to look. So we'll see what you think when you get done. All right, you can stop doing that. Now I'm going to take an eyebrow pencil. This one happens to be, which one is this one? This one's my EP5 dark brown pencil. And I'm going to go in all of those little lines that are going to show up now that I put the highlight above. Since he's so young, it's going to be much harder to get that. But anyway, those little lines show up. So I'm going to have little crow's feet right here. He's got a wrinkle right there. You also get laugh wrinkles that are kind of like this. Kind of like... Okay, and then we'll do up here. All the ones up there. More crow's feet. More smile lines there. A tickle? That's what I've heard. When you do it to yourself, it doesn't tickle because you know it's coming. Yeah, wait, wait till I get to the lips. Okay. Alright. So what I want you to do now is wrinkle your forehead again for me. Just raise your eyebrows. See if I got all of them. Since you're young, you don't show up quite as much as like if I do that to my face. I definitely get more. Okay, I'll crinkle your eyes. Check your, like squint them really tight. Yeah, all those little lines. I want to get this line. You don't have to make your face hurt. You don't have to do it that hard. Oh, we're yawning. Okay. Okay, now I'll check the other side. Okay, crinkle again. Crinkle, crinkle. Okay, now make that grouchy face, that grouchy old man face for me. You Walter like that puppet. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about, huh? Actually, Walter's not my favorite. Whatever the skeleton dude is. Whatever his name is, I forget. Oh, yeah, Achman. That's right. Alright. So. I'm just going to slightly, very slightly, smooth my ends of my dark character shadow. Or actually, this is the eyebrow pencil. The same thing. You can use the character shadow and not an eyebrow pencil if you have a thin one like a dome brush. But you don't want really sharp ends. You want to fade them a little. Okay, look at me for a minute. I'm going to take my latex sponge and go across that just lightly. Across a few other ones. Okay, you're looking pretty old there. Now, if he was going to go on stage at this point, I would powder him. I'm not going to powder because we're going to smooth it out and make it a little bit more streetwear. So at this point, I'm going to step back into the audience and make sure I like the results of what I've got. Okay, look at me. Yeah? From stage, I think you'll read old. All right. So, then next we'll go to making it a little lighter for streetwear. Okay, the only thing you do for streetwear basically is you're going to just make your lines not so intense. So what I want you to do is I want you to wrinkle your forehead up again for me. Up. Raise your eyebrows. Sorry. So don't be afraid to take that sponge across there because he just recessed his forehead in where those lines are and it's not going to erase. Okay, now wrinkle your nose for me. Okay, crinkle your eyes. Those dark lines will stay in there till he scrubs that out kind of tonight anyway. So, he'll look old for a little while. Alright, let me get the other side. Okay, crinkle your eyes. going to smooth his cheek hollow out a little bit there. And then I'm going to, I'm pretty much going to leave his smile line fine, how it is. I'm going to smooth his jowl out just a little bit. Okay, wrinkle your mouth up into a U like a cranky man. Okay, let me get cranky man other side. Okay, thank you very much. All right, let me see. Okay, like that. I'm not crazy about the neck thing. I think I won't do that next time. All right, packing a powder puff. Well, no, actually, we're going to do something else that we did not do that we should have done for stage. We're going to use some rouge. Now, I know guys going, rouge, rouge. So this is a CR5 Dark Tech, which is a basic rouge that guys use on stage. We're just going to do a little bit on his cheeks. And we're not going to do it like a girl does it, which is a smear above the cheek hollow. We're going to do it kind of like maybe he's excited, you know, so it's going to be more just up here on the top of his cheekbone. But if you don't do that, he will have no definition from the stage. Whereas now we're really doing street, but we need to put some of that on there anyway, just for a little bit. Let's say he was drinking. He's an old man that's drinking. So he needs a little more like spirits, I guess it would be. All right, let me see if you're even. Okay, look at me. Turn your head a little bit more that way. All right. All right, so now, have you ever put on lipstick? Oh, okay. Open your mouth just a little bit. This is a natural color. So, let me see. It's natural, so it does not look like he has lipstick on. But on stage, he would still have lips. Oh, I didn't do Misty Violet. Oh, okay, we'll go back to that. We will go back to Misty Violet. All right, so do this with your lips, like a girl does with their lips. All right, my cameraman reminded me I forgot something that was one of my favorite things. And there's also a rouge color inside your CK11 that you can use. I happen to use Dark Tech because I like Dark Tech. So something I forgot was the lip lines. How could I forget that? Those are fun. I like lip lines. How could I forget that? All right, let me have you wipe off your lips with that. Well, I can do it. Open your mouth a little. What? No, you look like a orangutan with your lips out there. All right, so now something I forgot, which was to do the pursed lips that you get when you're older. Like this. Can you do that? Not so much out, but more together and into a little circle. You have to concentrate, yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to put that character highlight over the top of the lips while they're doing that, so that you can get all the little lines that would be above their lips and below their lips. How could I forget this part? Oh. Then I'm going to take my, I think this is a DB2, and I have Misty Violet in my character old age wheel. CK11, and I'm going to go in all those little lines that are going to show up because I just put that highlight over the top. So you can relax your lips a little. It's quiet because I have to concentrate now. Make a straight line. You're making me laugh. Oh yeah, this one tickles. I should have remembered when we talked about the tickle that so that's really tickling, huh? Hold on, I'm just making zebra stripes on your face. That's all. You want to go down the lip and through the lip to underneath. That's the tricky part sometimes. The brush doesn't always want to do that. You have to connect your lines. Okay, ready? Trying to do a really light touch and then you miss. And if you have a smoker you're doing all day, John, it really, like, you could really get those little lines up there because they suck on the cigarette. So then it gives you those little. See, that's what I need you to do. Pretend you're smoking a cigarette. Then, just the action. Then you can make that face with your lips. It's hard to say how to do that. Okay, stick your brush in your makeup cleaner. All right, now we're gonna smooth it out a little, because otherwise we look like we stitched your lips together. Okay, so now do your lips like you would be smoking a cigarette. Come on. Okay, now let go. Yeah, it's all better. This isn't so ticklish, it's the other part. It's the brush that gets you, because it's such a fine touch. All right. So then we would go back to putting lipstick on, but if you're just going to go to a party on the regular, basically street, so it'd be up close makeup, then you don't really need to do that. You don't have to wear lipstick. All right, so let's powder him down. So when you powder makeup for several reasons. First of all, so that your makeup stays on you. It doesn't stay on your partner if you're dancing. It doesn't get all over your clothes. It keeps your makeup clean and crisp. I don't know if you've ever seen a clown that probably didn't powder and they look like they're melting. Their red and their white went together and made pink, and that's a melting clown, and they did not powder. So this is a powder puff, VP1. And if you're going to pack a powder puff, basically you put your powder all over your powder puff like this. And this is what clowns call packing a powder puff. And you rub it together. You turn it again. Rub it. What you want to do is get all your powder inside the powder puff. You don't want a clump of powder on your makeup job, because then you end up fiddling with it to try to fix it, and you end up messing up your makeup job. If your powder puff's new, you may get a little bit of fuzz in there, and you want to get that off too, because you don't want to be picking your fuzz off of your makeup job either. Now, this sets your face, if it sets your makeup onto your face, also it has an antiperspirant in it, and it also makes you have a matte finish for your makeup instead of shiny face. You really notice that when you're doing bright color makeup. You'll notice the shine, and you'll notice how it becomes a matte finish when you put your powder on. There's several kinds of setting powder. This one's Fair Translucent, which is a basic face color one. They also make a high definition one that's silkier and lighter, they use for the high definition film video. They also make super white, which is for your white, which will make your white whiter. Clowns use that. Neutral set is for your blacks and your reds, greens. It keeps it all that color. If you put neutral set on your black, it's going to stay black. If you put it on your green, it's green. It's red, it's red. They also make an ash powder, which makes you have an ashy look, which is really good right now for the zombie stuff. And there's charcoal powder if you need to be burnt edge, crispy like Freddy Krueger. Or if you need dirt, clean dirt, they make plains dust. Okay, so I'm going to have you close your eyes. And I'm just going to pat this on him. Oops, sorry. I'm going to pull your hair. Make sure you get it in all the creases. And you're just patting, not rubbing. See, I can see it's more matte finish now. And this is more comfortable to wear makeup when it has an antiperspirant in it. Okay. I think we are done. Get the powder puff stuff off of you. Oh, yes. Boy. That's why I need a makeup person. We're going to do some touches on him because he's not quite old until we silver gray him a little bit. So let's do his, this is silver gray hair color. HC or HG, I'm not sure. It comes with a little brush in it. Silver gray. They also make dark gray. They make several other colors too. You can just brush this on and it washes out really easy. So we're just going to silver gray his sideburns a little, because that's one of the first areas that goes when you turn it old. And we'll do some along here. You can make streaks with this. Guess you don't need an old ear, huh? Keep it off the ear. We can do some highlights in his hair. Just some little touches of silver. And it's subtle. It's not, you know, like if you're using hairspray. Sure, you can use a spray-on temporary hairspray, and that'll give you gray. Or you can use a wig. It depends on what you need and what you're doing. But if you're just going to do streetwear, go to a party, I would say do this, because I don't like wearing wigs as much. They tend to pinch my head a little bit. And they're a little sweatier, yes. And things like that, where this is like, you don't even know it's there. And it just washes out really easy. Now, there are times when you need to wear a wig. Believe you me, I wear a wig. For different occasions, depending on what it is. Now, you don't want to forget the eyebrows. Those are also very important. Wow, Jake, you're getting old overnight. Yeah, I'm sure it is very stressful. I'm sorry, I was concentrating on painting your hair. All right, close your eyes, because I'm going to do your eyebrows. Okay, that's one side. Shake it up real good. Is it cold? No? It tickles. Let's tickle them. Especially those fine little hairs that I'm getting. Alright, let's put a little bit more here in the center. A little bit more at the top of your hair. Now, if you have a mustache or anything like that, you can also do that, or your beard. Silver highlights. It was really cheap too. It's only probably $7 for highlights. You can go to the hairdresser and get highlights for a lot more. Let me shake this and get a little bit more on your side there. Have you practiced your old age speech? Your old age talk? No? Okay. Pretend you have no teeth. See, there, I knew you had it in you. You look like Walter doing that. Now on stage, I would put a little bit of eye mascara on him, just so that he has some eyelashes on stage. Otherwise, with his blonde hair, he would definitely have none. So I think that does it. Okay, so you can find all these products at fantasycostume.com under Ben I Makeup. Thank you for watching.